I built a faceless YouTube channel with AI from scratch, and in this video I'm going to show you guys everything, how you can do it yourself and everything. Now before we get started, here's the channel. As you guys can see, $4,000 in one single month, in the month of November. So now let's actually get started. But before we get started, you're probably asking yourself, who is this guy? I'm Steffen. I've made hundreds of thousands of dollars with faceless YouTube channels, and I've helped hundreds of other people do the same. For example, Martins, we've helped to make $31,000 in one single month. Stamp got monetized in literally 2 weeks. Here's another one where you can see how a channel is taking off. Here another sin doing $25,000 in one single week, and many more. You can literally pause this video, read through all of this, just so you know that, what I'm going to tell you in this video can actually change your life. Now, with that being said, I would actually say, let's get started with the process. Let me first explain what you're going to do. So firstly, you have to look for a niche, right? I'm going to show you everything in this video. Then we have to find video topics, okay? Then we get freelancers and AI, or even just AI or just freelancers to create the videos for us. We post these videos to YouTube, and then we actually go ahead and end up making money from it, all right? So let's start with step one, which is finding a niche, which is the most important thing you can do when it comes to YouTube automation, all right? So step one is choosing a profitable long form niche. A niche, in easy words, is the topic you're going to post videos about. There are multiple ways to find a good niche, but in today's video, I'll show you the homepage method. Now, just very quickly, for a niche, you can literally go into any direction. It can be cars, sports, whatever you want to do, there will always be something you can post on YouTube, all right? Now, before we get into the niche research, here are some important characteristics of a good niche, which is very important because otherwise you won't even know what you're even looking for, right? So number one is there are under five smaller channels creating content in this niche that are constantly getting more views than they have subscribers. This means there's high demand and low supply. This is one of the most important rules when it comes to YouTube automation. And if you don't have this, going to be very difficult for you to succeed, all right? So make sure to really focus on these two things, on this thing. And trust me, you're going to have a very easy life when it comes to YouTube. Then there are no channels with over 100,000 subscribers. Very important, because otherwise you're going to compete against big channels, and it's going to be extremely difficult for you to compete against them because they already have YouTube's trust, all right? They were the first movers in that niche, okay? The audience already trusts them. So there's so many factors why you don't really want to directly compete against really big channels, okay? Then there are no smaller channels failing in that niche. Very important, if there are a bunch of channels failing, why should your channel win, all right? Then the niche is not older than 6 months. Also important, because in most cases, if it's older than 6 months, then we're going to have channels that fail. We're going to have big channels. There's going to be high demand, but it might also be that there's high supply, all right? Then I can create better content than my competitors. Now you can also just go ahead and create longer content. This is also all right. Then am I actually interested in this niche? Not a must, as long as you build a team that actually has interest in the niche, or as long as you use like ChatGPT or any AI that actually knows a little bit about the niche. Then is the niche monetizable? Super important. Otherwise, you're not going to make any money. And then a must-have tool, which I highly recommend, is ElevenLabs. It's like 13 euros or something a month, and it kind of helps you doing niche research. Okay, so now we know how a good niche looks like. Now let's actually get into how do you actually find a niche using the homepage method. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm actually going to open up an incognito window. What you would actually do is, okay, so I actually have it there already. So let me just close this, boom, and then open it up again. By the way, all my videos are uncut. If you don't like it, just go away from my channel. All right, so I'm just going to open up an incognito window here now to kind of simulate a brand new YouTube account, okay? So first thing, you can obviously create an account. That's just going to act as a, like, because you can subscribe to channels, you can like videos, and then you can also always go back to these specific videos, all right? So first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna look for anything you are interested in. Let's say, for example, history, all right? Let's say, for example, you're super interested in history, then we're just gonna go to the search bar, search up history. Now, I'm not actually gonna do this because all of the history falls asleep, so I don't really want to go into that. So I'm just gonna click and look for aviation. And what I'm gonna look for now are faceless videos. So here we can see this video is not faceless. Let's have a look. Is this video faceless? No. Is this video here faceless? Yes, this is a faceless video. But we're, yeah, mainly looking for faceless videos now. I already have two. I'm just looking if I can find any other faceless videos. So let's have a look what we can find. Right, let's see, this is not faceless. So I'm just trying to find something interesting, maybe in the search already. Okay, let me actually go up. Now, what you can also do to kind of don't have all of these shorts and stuff showing up, because the shorts, we don't want to do shorts. We literally filter this for 4 to 20 minutes. And now we can already see this is a faceless channel, boom. So what we do now is we literally click on this video, all right, boom. Now, while this video is playing, we can now here on the sidebar, we can now start clicking on other faceless videos. So make sure to subscribe to this video, to this channel, like this video, comment something, just to show YouTube like, hey, I'm interested in faceless content. Then we have here, we have a faceless channel, Beyond Sky. Here we can already see this kind of meets the criteria. There we have it. I wanted to mix these two words together. Whoops, what is it doing now? Oh, wow. Never saw this before. So never saw that before, but let's open this up. So you can see 26 videos, 12,000 subscribers. This channel is doing really, really well. So we can see here it's 4 months old, doing quite well. Now, if we have something like this, we can actually just save it, and I'll go back to this a bit later. So let's just go here again. So now, okay, so now we just go back here. We again subscribe to this video, subscribe to this channel, like this video, because we actually kind of want to optimize our YouTube homepage at this current stage. All right. So here, Plain Curious, another channel doing quite well. So this is probably in the same niche. I think this is in the same niche. Yep, it's in the same niche. So they're doing very similar videos. This channel is already a bit older, but do I think this niche can still work? Yes. We do have a channel that is a bit older than 6 months, might still work, but we always want to look for even newer things, all right? So let me just click on a few more things. Flight Loop, boom, let's have a look at this channel. Same format, but they use a different kind of, or same video topics, but they use a different kind of background, right? Now let's actually go to our YouTube homepage, and what you will see now is I didn't do it for that long, but you will see a bunch of faceless videos on the YouTube homepage, right? Now let me actually show you how it would look like if you like kind of do this for quite a while. So I'll just show you one of my niche research accounts. All right, so I just switched to one of my niche research accounts. So I just saved this here because I want to show you guys something. But if we go to our YouTube homepage now on here, you will see that this is faceless, this is faceless, this is faceless, this is faceless, 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 faceless. Oh no, this one is not faceless. But we can see that there are a bunch of faceless videos on here. And now we can kind of look for niches on here. As you can see here, directly, very good example, 7,000 subscribers, 70 videos. This channel, let's actually have a look. It's crushing it, right? Here, 23,000 views, 60,000 views, 60,000 views, 50,000 views. So this channel is doing super, super well. And we just found it on our YouTube homepage. So now YouTube is actually giving us niches all of the time, right? And then with Next Level, you can actually go here to analytics, just like that, right? And then we can actually see how much this channel is making. So here the RPM, $16 per 1,000 views. So this channel made $6,000 with only 600,000 views. All right. So this would probably be a pretty decent niche. I subscribe to it. Here you can see a bunch of niches I already subscribe to. Yes. So now we know how to find good niches. Let me know in the comments if you have any questions for this. Now we actually go to step 2, which is gonna be the content strategy. All right. I actually missed something here, but step number 2 is the content strategy. So obviously step number 2 would be setting up your channel, right? I actually missed that, but we want to set up our channel. Just have it set up, like just make sure that the name of the channel actually fits the niche. All right. And the branding and all of these things. And a very quick tip from my side is give the channel a character, all right? Like Steffen's, like something Steffen's Sky or Steffen's Plane or something like that, because that will keep your channel way safer, all right? Then step number 3, we need a content strategy, all right? So competitors already show what works. We do not want to reinvent the wheel. YouTube's algorithm actually rewards proven formats. The shortest path to growth is modeling winners and not guessing. All right. Our goal is to build a content strategy based entirely on data and not just vibes or what we think is gonna work. All right. These competitor channels here already show us exactly what the viewers want to see and what YouTube likes to push out. All right. So here's our competitor research checklist. So first, for the video length, we identify the top 5 to 10 videos in that niche. So the best performing videos. We record the average runtime, and then just very important, does longer mean better? And does shorter perform better? We'll get to that a bit later, all right? Then video structure and style. How do they open up their videos? So we want to like literally look at this video and understand how do they open up their videos? What's their hook? What's their pacing? Is it like fast cuts? Is it like slow documentary like? Then we look at the voiceover. Is it AI, human, a deep voice? What exactly is it? Because we almost want to match that, right? Then for the visual format, what do they use? Do they use B-roll, gameplay, like stock footage, maybe animations? And then obviously editing patterns, like what kind of transitions do they use? What captions do they use? What effects do they use? Obviously, we don't want to copy it one-on-one. We still want to create a original new video, but we want to have a look and learn from their style. So because we already know that the viewers react very well to that. Then for the thumbnails, what colors do they use, or do they use faces or no faces? And then number of elements. If we look at this here, just as an example, we can see white and blue, or this grayish and blue, right? They don't use any faces. Where was I? Here. Then is the style consistent across the channel? For this channel, I would say yes. Like we do have the same kind of thumbnails over and over again. They are trying some different things as well, but we have a pretty consistent style on this channel, right? And then what do they top performers have in common? Right? So here we can see the top performer actually has a completely white background with the yellow here and maybe this airplane. So there are like so many different things you can always look at on all of the competitor channels in this niche and have a look at like, hey, is the top performing video about one specific airplane? Like where exactly are there similarities between the top performing videos? Then posting frequency, how many videos per week? Do they batch content? This is kind of a question you have to ask yourself, like how far can you actually produce ahead, right? Then are these uploads seasonal or consistent? So for this, it's consistent. If you go, for example, for the Olympics niche, it's going to be seasonal, right? Then performance patterns, which videos blow up, which videos flopped, and then what themes repeat across their winners, all right? Then we turn our findings into strategy. So we have a very simple rule for this. So aim for 1.5x the average competitor length video. So if their video is, just as an example, 8 minutes, we make a 12-minute video, all right? Why? Longer videos is equal to higher watch time, which like literally, let me say, firstly, you get faster monetization, right? But not only that, if your videos are longer, you can keep someone on YouTube for a longer period of time, which YouTube obviously likes because they're making money from that. And then they're going to push out your video more, all right? Because YouTube obviously wants to make money. Then video style and strategy, use competitor openings as inspiration, match the pacing model. So fast, medium, documentary, slow, like however they create their videos, keep visual format consistent with the niche, use better B-roll or cleaner AI visuals to stand out, all right? Follow the instructional beats, but improve clarity and storytelling. Many people underestimate storytelling, one of the most important things when it comes to kind of keeping someone on YouTube or holding retention. Yes, then we come to the thumbnail strategy, which is we have a very easy rule, match the competitor thumbnails very closely. Why? Because we already know that they react to that and they click on that, all right? Then not as simple as possible, but as similar as possible, okay? Keep the same color palette, same layout, say similar levels of contrast, similar emotional expressions and tension, okay? Very important. Then reason YouTube already trained the audience to click the style of content. We don't reinvent the wheel when it comes to thumbnails. We replicate what viewers already respond to, okay? Then for the posting frequency, we match the posting frequency of our competitors one-on-one. If they post 2 times a week, we post 2 times a week. If they post daily, we post daily too. Why? Frequency sets the expectation for your niche. Yes, then just a short summary for you. So we want to do 1.5x the competitor average length for the video length. For the video structure, modeled after the top 3 channels and the top 3 videos, thumbnails nearly identical style to the top performers, then posting frequency, same as niche leaders, iteration, review analytics weekly and adjust, all right? So this is kind of the how you go about the whole content strategy and kind of figuring out what video topics you want to do, all of these things. But then we get to, you know, creating the content, which would be step 3 here. Here it's obviously not step 3, but let's say it's step 4. All right. So content creation, you have 3 options when it comes to content creation. All right. So either you do it yourself, you do hybrid, or you fully outsource it. All right. This one you completely do it yourself. Hybrid is you do some, freelancers do some, or AI does some, and then we also have fully outsourcing. All right. So let's actually go over the advantages and the disadvantages very quickly. So for do-it-yourself, the advantages are that you basically don't have any cost. It's 100% profit. You learn new skills and you have full control over the whole process. The disadvantages are it's not really scalable, extremely time consuming. Learning takes time, and without you, you don't make any money. Then we have the hybrid method. The advantages are low cost, do what you enjoy. So if you like video editing, you only edit the videos. You don't do any other kind of tasks, all right? You have more control, and the disadvantages are it's only partially scalable. It's very time consuming, some capital required, and without you, there's no income. Then we have fully outsourcing, which most people actually do, including me. We fully automate. We have a huge team. And the advantages for that, it's not really time consuming. It's extremely scalable. You still have over 80% profit margin if you do it correctly. You have time freedom. You work with experienced freelancers, and without you, still income. Disadvantages are it requires some capital. Now, where exactly do you hire these freelancers, or where do you get these freelancers from? All right. Now, keep in mind, you can do many of these things you can actually do with AI. So for the thumbnail designer, we usually hire from X, Fiverr, Upwork, or even Discord, and you can use pixels if you want to create your thumbnails with AI, all right? Then for scriptwriter, we hire them on Upwork or Discord. What you can use to write the scripts is either ChatGPT or Claude. Very, very easy. I'll post some videos about that. Just let me know in the comments what exactly you guys want to see. Then for the voiceover artists, we usually just use Fiverr or ElevenLabs. ElevenLabs is an AI voiceover generator. And then we also have here GenAIPro. Maybe some of you guys know it already. It's like a super cheap kind of voiceover generator, but it has really, really good voices, as you can see here. All right. Then for the video editor, this is something I do not replace with AI. Now, we hire video editors from Upwork, from X, and from Discord. Now, the best video editors I've ever found is from X. They're going to be more expensive, or from Upwork. Discord also has some really good ones. But yeah, then if you want to, you can hire a channel manager. He will kind of just run the day-to-day operations. Now, this can be either someone from your friends. How this works, by the way, is you pay them a 5% channel revenue split. all right? So there's a 5% split, or you can give them a salary, all right? Then you can also hire on Upwork, or you can also hire your script writer. You can also put him to that position, but then he also writes the scripts and he kind of manages the team, okay? Then next up, once we have that done, we kind of need to start posting to YouTube. Now here we have a specific strategy that we use to kind of test niches, okay? Not sure why this stripe is here now, or why this is a bit, it's a bit mixed up here. I see it's a bit mixed up, but it should be fine. So let me just move this one up a little bit, boom. Wait. All right, so sometimes this happens. Okay, I'll just keep it like this. Just give me that, boom. My videos are raw and uncut, right? So I don't have anything to hide. Then step number 5, niche testing. So this is kind of where we'll go ahead and test like a niche we want to go into. So I follow this exact process with every niche I get into to avoid spending money on videos that will never work. So we kind of do niche research, then we get a new account, a personal account, an aged account, or a pre-monetized account. And we kind of start with that, right? So we start with 1, you can also start with 2 accounts, but then we get 5 to 10 video ideas. We write the script with ChatGPT, voiceover with ElevenLabs, editor with just a freelancer, and then thumbnail, either do it yourself or a freelancer. Now, we do it like this to kind of save a bunch of money. On average, like if I test the channel, it's costing me around about like $150 to know if a niche is gonna work or not, right? Then we just need to make sure that the video length is at least 1.5 times longer than the competitor videos, and our thumbnails and titles are actually good and match what is working in the niche already, all right? So once we have those first 5 videos ready, we go ahead and we post them to YouTube. So on day 1, we post 1 video, then we skip, then we post, then we skip, then we post, then we skip, then we post. Why this pattern? Very simple, because we want to show YouTube that there is a real human behind this channel and not just like a random AI bot kind of thing, okay? Then one of 2 things is gonna happen. So let me first start with the good thing. So in most cases, you will see that no views come in the beginning and then it starts blowing up. Now, once this here happens, it takes around about 3 to 10 days. That's the only time where you continue to post videos, because now you know, like, hey, I'm not going to waste any money on this channel, because trust me, in most cases, it's not going to take you very long to get monetized once the channel is working. That's why most of our students literally get monetized within 3 to 6 weeks after starting to working with me. All right. Okay. So then there's scenario 2 where nothing happens, right? Now, the reasons why a channel might fail is because of the niche, the video topics, the packaging, the video length, and a bad channel, all right? And in case of the channel failing, you always go back to niche research and start niche research again. Now, it is also extremely important to always go back and try to understand, why did a channel not succeed? If you don't do that, it doesn't matter how many times you go through this cycle here, it's not going to work. If you go ahead and you always study and try to understand why something is not working, trust me, within like 5 channels or something, you should have something that is working for you. All right. Then lastly is actually making money. Now, to get paid, you need 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of watch time. Sounds hard, is really not that hard. Let me just show you. So we have multiple students here. For example, Antonino did it in like literally 20 days. It's not difficult. All right. If you have a good niche, it's not difficult. Then on average, YouTube pays around about $5 per 1,000 views, which means you only need 2 million views to make $10,000 a month from YouTube, okay? Now, there are also other ways to monetize with YouTube, for example, sponsorships. Then we have affiliate links, we have digital products. We have, for example, a student who's absolutely crushing it with digital products. Then we have channel members or even paid communities, which we're also going into with our students, right? So this is kind of how you're going to start your own Faceless YouTube channel. This is kind of the process. Let me know if you have any questions. Just shoot them into the comments. I don't mind answering any questions you guys have. And then let me know what you guys want to see on this channel, and I'll just push out pure value for you guys. And then I'll see you guys in the next video.